Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ivan here, and today I just want to make a desk setup tour for my 2023 desk setup and just kind of show you around the things that I got going on. Now, the very first thing that people talk about whenever they see my desk setup is actually the decor that I got going on. This painting that you see is actually one that I made myself. And then the attention grabber, this is the thing that everybody comments on whenever they see my setup. This is a greenery panel that I bought from Leroy Merlin. And its intended use is for gardening, to grow your flowers and things like that. But I've actually decided to use it on my desk setup just because it looked cool. And alongside the greenery panel, I have a fake bonsai plant. And together they just give the desk setup a more natural feel, which actually I really like because I've read that having greenery near your workspace actually makes you come up with greater and more creative ideas. So it sort of acts like a placebo effect, but I love them, so they're gonna stay. Okay, let's talk about the desk itself. This is a kitchen countertop actually that I got from Brico Mart, and I cut it to fit the space that I had designated for my desk setup. Now, with the remainings of the same kitchen countertop that I got, I've actually built myself a shelf where I can hide things that I don't want to be seen, such as my AirPods charger. This is a wireless charger from Spigen that I got from Amazon. So whenever I get to my desk setup, I just put on my AirPods, I put them on charge, and whenever I need to head out, I just get them, I go, and I make sure I'm not being caught off guard with having no battery on my AirPods. Now, the desk mat that I'm using for my desk is actually a faux leather desk mat that I got from Amazon for around 15 euros, I think. And to support the desk, I have an IKEA Alex drawer, which I know at this point has actually become a sort of joke now. You cannot go into any YouTube video desk setup tour kind of thing without seeing a IKEA Alex drawer. They're cheap, they look good, so yeah, it works good for me. When it comes to cable management, I think I have done a great job because the only three cables that you can actually see from my desk setup are: one, the USB-C cable that connects to my Mac and powers it; two, the USB-C cables that connects my Mac to the monitor; and three, the cable that connects to the entire power supply of the desk. And in order to accomplish this great job, what I have done is I actually bought a IKEA cable manager. So I drilled that thing into the back of my desk and put a power strip so that there's only one cable coming out of the power strip connecting to another outlet. Okay, now, the most important thing about my desk setup. This is the brain that controls everything inside my desk setup. Now, the model that I have here is the 13-inch MacBook Pro with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage from 2020, I think. It keeps up with my workflow. I actually have Windows running on this laptop as well. So it has plenty of power just to do every single task that you ask for it. Maybe sometimes video editing, it's a little bit slow, but you know what? I can get over it. The keyboard that I'm using is the Logitech MX Master Keys in the Windows layout. Although I would prefer the Mac-only option just because it looks cleaner, and when it comes to programming, there's some keys combinations that are just a little bit more difficult when it comes to this layout. So if I could go back in time and actually to the day that I bought it, I would actually change it to the Mac-only option. The battery life on this thing is amazing. I could actually go a month, 2 months without charging it. Well, maybe if you use the backlight a lot, it will actually like, I don't know, like 10 days, but you know what? It uses USB-C, so there's no problem. You just get the USB-C from the MacBook, charge it a bit, and then just done. And actually, it comes with an app that lets you customize certain buttons so that you can make shortcuts maybe with those buttons and do certain types of tasks. So I love it. And in combination with the keyboard, I have actually got for another Logitech product, and it is the Logitech MX Master 2S. This one I got a while back, like way back, because I think we're on the Logitech MX 3S now. So yeah, this has plenty of time with me. My favorite feature about this mouse is how customizable it is. You can go into the same app that customizes your keyboard and customize certain buttons. Well, not certain buttons, all of the buttons that are on the mouse. So yeah, it's incredible. I've set up my mouse to do copy and paste so that every single time I'm copying and pasting something, I don't have to do Command V, Command C. It saves me a lot of time. Another feature that I really like about this mouse is the ability to scroll sideways. So whenever I'm editing video or just programming something like that, I can just scroll sideways and it takes your productivity to a whole nother level. The monitor. This monitor is a 23-inch LG monitor, which I know nothing. It's not the brightest, it's not the smoothest, it's not the sharpest, and yeah, it's a piece of shit. It's just a piece of shit, what would I say? But yeah, some of the options that I have been eyeing are the View Infinity by Samsung, the 34-inch option. I think that having an ultra-wide screen would actually improve my productivity a ton more. Just because I could have a couple of more windows open at the same time and I don't have to switch screens that often. So yeah, I think it would be a proper improvement for my desk setup. Now, when it comes to accessories, I have the Xiaomi light bar on the top of my monitor. And oh boy, this has been a great addition to my desk setup. The reason that I say that this is one of the best things that I have bought for my desk setup is because when you spend that much amount of time, as me, in front of my desk setup, your eyes tend to get really dry, really strained. So having another light source coming into the top of my monitor actually reduced that strain and actually made it that much more comfortable to sit on my desk that amount of time. It comes with 6 different light modes, depending on how much warmer or cooler you want it to be. And it also has an RGB light, which I don't really like. I don't really find it very aesthetic. I never use it, but if you like it, there's a feature for it. And alongside the light bar, I've actually bought some inexpensive LED stripes that I have on the back of the monitor. It doesn't really help it with productivity or anything, but it just makes your space look a little bit cooler. Another accessory that I want to show you guys is the MagSafe charging station from Spigen that I got from Amazon. This one I actually bought to replace the AirPods charger that I got, because the AirPods charger, I actually used it on my iPhone before I bought this one. And I found out that it really didn't charge my phone all the time. I mean, maybe like 90% of the time, but some mornings I would wake up to my phone being completely dead just because I didn't put it in the right place. So yeah, I thought, yeah, well, whatever. I'll just get the MagSafe one. I'll make sure that it charges every single time, and it works great. And yeah, we get to the ugly part of my desk setup, the chair. This is probably one of the most neglected parts of my desk setup, just because how expensive it is. I don't know. Whenever I start looking at chairs, I just get depressed because of how expensive they are. When you look at things like Herman Miller, they're like, I don't know, 1.5K, 1,000 or $2,000 for a chair. But yeah, alongside with the monitor, that may be something that I change in the future. But well, the chair. Let's start with the chair that I have going on right now. This one is a gaming chair from Acefield that I got from Amazon. And it is now that I realize how ironic it is. I haven't played a game ever since I was like 8 years old when I played Minecraft. And this is a gaming chair, so it is not really meant for me. But now, let's make a quick review of this thing. In terms of looks, it's bad. In terms of comfort, it is bad. In terms of, I don't know, usability, quality, it's bad also. So yeah, this might be the very first thing that I swap out and change for another better thing in the near future. And yeah, that was pretty much it. That was my desk setup / workspace tour studio for 2023. So if you have any suggestions or questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. Please subscribe and follow for more.